Some deaths hit hard, others change everything. These weren't just characters, they were hopes, dreams, people we believed would survive. No heroic farewell, no second chances, just silence and shock. Today we're counting down the top 10 most unexpected deaths in anime. Moments that broke our hearts and stayed with us long after the screen went dark. Watch till the end, because some losses you never truly recover from. Neji was born believing fate couldn't be changed. From the moment he opened his eyes, he grew up thinking his life was decided by blood, status, and tradition, that no matter how strong he became, he would never truly be free. For years, Neji believed destiny was a cage, and he believed everyone inside it was powerless to escape. But Naruto proved him wrong. Naruto showed him that fate can be challenged, that pain doesn't define who you become. Neji changed. He stopped fighting against destiny and started fighting for others. He began believing in freedom, in choice, in protecting people not because he was forced to, but because he wanted to. And in the end, Neji didn't die as a slave of destiny. He died as someone who finally chose his own path and gave his life to protect the future he believed in.
Rengoku's death wasn't just sad, it was unfair. He fought alone against a demon far stronger than himself. He knew he couldn't win, but giving up was never an option. Even while dying, Rengoku smiled, not because he wasn't in pain, but because everyone behind him was safe. He lost his life that night, but he ignited a fire that will burn forever. Rengoku's courage wasn't just about strength, it was about heart, honor, and the promise to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. Every swing of his blade, every shout of defiance carried hope. And though his body fell, his spirit continues to inspire. A reminder that true heroes don't seek glory. They burn brightly, even if only for a moment, to light the way for others. Yamamoto wasn't just strong, he was fear itself. For centuries, his very presence ended wars before they began. He was the embodiment of the old world, discipline, honor, absolute power. A man who carried the weight of history on his shoulders. But even legends have flaws. Arrogance and underestimating his enemy cost him everything. When Yamamoto fell, it wasn't just a man who died. The balance of the world shattered. The old era of bleach ended with him, and nothing was ever the same again. Netero reached the absolute peak of human strength. He pushed his body and spirit beyond every limit, and still it wasn't enough. Faced with an enemy he could not defeat, Netero made a choice. Not to win, not to survive, but to prove something far darker. To show that even the strongest can be powerless against the depths of human ambition. To remind the world that strength alone is never absolute. He didn't defeat the enemy with power. He revealed a truth far more terrifying, that humanity's cruelty, its willingness to destroy everything, can be more horrifying than any monster. That even heroes can carry shadows as deep as villains. In the end, Netero didn't fall as a warrior. He fell as a reminder of what humans are truly capable of, and of the heavy cost of pride, sacrifice, and obsession.
Ace was finally free for just one moment. He escaped prison. He survived the war. Freedom was right in front of him. The chains were gone. The sky was open. For the first time in his life, Ace could run forward, not away. But when Luffy was attacked, Ace turned back, not as a pirate, not as a legend, but as a brother. He didn't think about the consequences. He didn't hesitate. He chose love over survival. He chose family over freedom. He knew this choice would kill him. And still, he made it. Ace died smiling because in that final moment he finally knew his life had meaning. Everyone believed Itachi was evil, a monster, a traitor, a murderer. He carried hatred on his shoulders. He carried lies in his silence. He carried the sins of an entire village alone. Itachi sacrificed his name, his future, and his soul. He accepted being hated so his brother could grow up free, free from war, free from the truth, free to become a hero. He lived his entire life as a villain in history books, while secretly protecting the village that condemned him. Every step he took was filled with pain. Every breath was a reminder of what he had lost, and still, he never once complained. The world remembers Itachi as a criminal, but the truth is far crueler. Itachi didn't live for justice, he lived for sacrifice. He died in darkness so peace could survive in the light. The moment justice fell, El was always careful, always suspicious, always one step ahead. He questioned everything, he trusted no one, and that's why he survived for so long. But for once, he trusted someone. Not because he was weak, but because he was human. And that single moment of trust was enough to end him. When El died, justice didn't just lose a battle, it lost its balance. The world didn't fall into chaos immediately, it smiled, it thought it had won. But without El, the line between justice and control was never the same again. This death feels too real. Hughes wasn't the strongest alchemist, he wasn't a hero of legends. He was a loving father, a loyal friend, a genuinely good man. He believed in people, he trusted too easily, and that kindness became his weakness. He talked about his daughter with pride, about his family with warmth, about the future with hope. He didn't die in battle, he died because he knew too much. No final speech, no heroic last stand, just silence. And that's why his death hurts the most, because people like Hughes aren't supposed to die. Sasha survived Titans, but not war. She brought laughter into a cruel world. She reminded everyone what they were fighting for. She dreamed of simple things, food, freedom, a peaceful life, things this world never allowed. But wars don't only kill soldiers, they kill innocents too. Sasha didn't fall in a heroic last stand, she was taken suddenly, unfairly. When Sasha died, the world of Attack on Titan didn't just lose a fighter, it lost its warmth. And everyone felt the silence she left behind. Jiraiya knew he wouldn't return. He walked into enemy territory alone, not to win, not to survive, but to uncover the truth and leave hope behind. He fought until his body could no longer move, until pain meant nothing compared to his resolve. Even when his body failed, his mind never did. With his final strength, he carved a message for the future. He didn't save himself, he chose something greater. He believed in the next generation, in the student who would change the world. Jiraiya died as a shinobi, but his will lived on in the future he protected. Legends don't disappear, they become guidance. Some deaths never leave us, they stay in our memory and in our hearts. If this video made you feel something, then these stories still matter. Subscribe to Shonen Senpai Talks for more anime stories, hidden meanings, and moments that shaped entire worlds. New videos are coming soon. Until then, remember the ones we lost.